Well, good morning. How's everyone doing? Is this working? Everybody feeling grateful? Yes. We're feeling grateful. We're feeling happy. We're not supposed to talk about politics, but how about them Knicks, huh? Yes, that was good news for New York. Good news for the United States. Good news for everybody right there. All right, it's about time we started feeling a little bit more grateful about things. And so let's just everybody say thank you, right? Just all together. 1, 2, 3, and?
Thank you.
2, 3, 4, and?
Thank you.
2. One more time, and?
Thank you.
Now I guess we should probably try to start the music. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Sorry, this beautiful. Stand up, beautiful. This beautiful day. This beautiful. This beautiful. This beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! Yes. Thank you. Much gratitude. You may be seated. Breathe in that gratitude. So grateful for an opportunity to be together, to remind each other that infinite love surrounds us at all times. It's in everything. It's in us. And we come together to remind each other of that because sometimes we forget, right? So we have to remind each other, anchor ourselves in it, and support each other in remembering and all of the things that come from that awareness. So I am Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, for those of you who may be new, and to my left is the wonderful Reverend Pat Webster, who will be our service leader today, anchoring us in meditation and all of the good stuff, and she's got all kinds of good things planned for after the service. We'll talk more about that later. We want to say hello to you joining on the live stream, YouTube, Facebook. We see you. We're sending you kisses. We know that you're there, and we want you to feel that you're a part of it. So just kind of say hello in the chat, and then we feel like, we're connected. All right, so before we light the Divine Light candle, I just want to remind you that there is a slight adjustment to our opening invocation. We have the right slide about that. Yes, so just kind of look at that for a moment, because the end, if you haven't been the last couple of weeks, the end is a little bit different. All right, so let's go ahead and light the Divine Light candle. And breathing in that sacred element of fire and all of the sacred elements that are here to support us. Breathing that in, knowing that everything we need is within us. And I invite you to say our opening invocation together. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. Infinite divine love, omnipresent. Breathe. really feel that possibility that is here, just waiting for you to step into it, to say yes to it, to open your eyes and see it, to align yourself with that energy of infinite love, joy, abundance, peace, wholeness, right here. And so it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. We let out a big sigh as we do fall into the arms of love. What a delightful and important surrender. And resting peacefully there, we release all the getcha goos of getting here on time, the getcha goos of the technical challenges. What a wonderful opportunity to learn faith and patience. Anything that stands between us and being connected through whatever consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the Buddha consciousness, whatever consciousness with that one divine, omnipotent power inside us. And we relax as we're held in those arms of love. We relax our feet as we give gratitude for their grounding us, literally. And our calves, taking a deep breath and feeling light going into every cell, every molecule, every atom of each part of our body. Our knees, some of us need healing there. Breathing in wholeness to those knees and our thighs, those places of strength and longevity that allow us to bend and stand up and hold burdens and push and pull. And our pelvis, including our hips and our belly. Feeling the ease, any tightness. We sometimes hold tightness there in that belly. Giving ourselves a loose belly. Yeah. And on up to our torso. That part of us that says, this is me. This is who I am. This is the path to which I have been called. And I walk that path with joy and gratitude and strength. And bringing the breath up to the heart center, that center of unconditional love, that center where we lay that path on the altar. We lay our divine individual path on the altar of unconditional love. Knowing that no matter what or how things go, it in perfect divine order. And on up to the throat, the chest and the throat. That throat, that place in which the words we speak, as Reverend Victoria reminded us this morning, create vibrations in the world. And so we remind ourselves to take a breath before we speak and let those words add to the positive vibration of the collective. And moving the breath on up to the ears and the face and the head. Oh yeah, and the shoulders. Oh, we can lift those shoulders and then let them relax. Maybe move them a little backwards and let them relax. Knowing that this is a place where we don't have to carry everything all alone. We don't have to do it all ourselves. We don't have to be in charge all by ourselves. We can let God, or the Holy One, be in charge. And as we know that, we relax those shoulders. And then we go up to the neck and the head, the face, the scalp, the ears, feeling all of that relax. And we are so grateful to be here in love and service and gratitude and joy, really knowing, taking ourselves to each present moment, knowing that is the miracle every moment, every second. And we allow all that is to be, all the miracles large and small that are to happen. We allow those today, and all the things we have to be grateful for. We allow ourselves to notice those. And we go into the silence for a few moments, beginning now. keeping ourselves in that connected space. We say prayers for all the people. This is a gift to people who belong to our community and people who don't. Anyone can put prayer requests here. This box with the request tabs that stay out in the foyer. These are prayers for those issues that come up as we navigate the human journey. Prayers for healing of relationships. Prayers for challenges to our abundance. Prayers for inner peace where there may be turmoil and challenge. Everything that comes. Prayers for health with navigating this human life. And we remember our brother, our way shower, Jesus, and all the other divine people who've come to show us how to be connected with that one source where we're all one. And we affirm in faith that people who have placed their prayers here will know that inner power of the divine that they are. And we also know, research proven, that when we pray for others, they experience it even when they don't know we're praying for them. So we celebrate that miracle as well. And now we slowly begin to return to the outer world, slowly opening the eyes, wiggling the body if you need to, being careful of your neighbors, stretching a little if you need to. And when you're fully present, bow to another divine being, knowing that you're also being seen as the divine. And you can do it with 2 or 3 people. It's so wonderful to do this. So wonderful. We are divine. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we're doing things just a little tiny bit different this morning. This is a really nice song. It's a chant. And the words are going to come up on the screen, and you will figure out the chant as it goes through. It's not real chanty, but you'll figure out how it's going to go. And it starts like this. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, and the green was easy, and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer, and the winds changed, spread over the land. And the flowers bloomed in the desert, and the air is fresh and clear. dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and the way was easy, and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and the way was easy, and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. And the garden stars were shining, and the night is bright and clear. I dreamed of freedom, and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. Dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and the song was easy, and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and the song was easy, and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pains are forgotten, and the past depths all are clear. I dreamed of heaven, and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rains, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain, and the rains came, and peace spread over the land.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. And you know, heartfelt singing together about rain, perhaps. We can call it forth. Time for a rain dance. A rain sing. Good morning, all. Good morning. Good to see you. All right. So I'm going to share a little personal journey with you guys. Years ago, about maybe 15, 16 years ago, when my kids were preteens, before I became a minister, I had a business of creating organic gift baskets for new moms. And I was always coming up with ideas about what to put in these baskets and creating little things and books and candles and that kind of thing to put in there. It was just a really creative period, you know. My imagination was kind of working on overdrive then. And I came up with this idea actually for school-age kids and preteens. And the idea was for a set of animal totems that represented positive qualities that kids could cultivate, positive qualities that they could cultivate within themselves. I was kind of into power animals at the time, and I thought, how can I introduce children to this idea? So I called it Animali Power Pals. And they were to come in a little box, an individual box that kids would choose randomly. It would be like, oh, this is the one meant for me. And they had like a little hook that you could hang on your backpack. This was a time when kids were hanging all kinds of things on their backpacks. Maybe they still do. They still do. Do you remember the lunch characters? They were like sandwiches with big googly eyes, or bananas with big googly eyes, and they were hanging all over kids' backpacks and belt loops. And they are actually, I think there were some voodoo dolls that they were hanging to. So I thought this would be a great alternative, as it would help kids, identify with some positive qualities that they could activate within themselves. And so I got a local artist to sculpt some, and I think we have that first slide. Carmen Elliott, if anybody knows, she's a sculptor, right? So she came up with a whole set, and there's a great blue hair and with self-esteem, and I think the fox was intelligence or something. Let's see the next one. With the whale, life, and the patience, the turtle, and then the next one. And there's the little box. And so that's what they would come in, and they were doing. So this was like a prototype, right? And and so I got my kids involved in modeling with them. Let's see that next one. Yeah, I got them. They modeled these things. Let's see the next one. Modeled playing with them and taking them out of the box. And then I got a whole group of their friends together and created a sort of sound stage and shot a promotional video of kids playing with them, discovering them, and I did a little thing. And so I took the whole thing and I wrote a proposal. Researched toy manufacturers and wrote a whole proposal and sent it all off to all the various toy companies. So I really kind of took this idea as far as one could take it. And I did all the spiritual work too, right? I did the daily affirmations and visualizations and clearing blocks exercises and aligning myself with the energy of it. I mean, like everything, I was doing it. And take a deep breath with me. One by one, letters of rejection, one after another. No, we can't do this. No. So I said, well, wait, I'm not going to give up on this. Let me just sort of tweak it. I know this is going to work. This is a great idea. Let me just tweak it. And I sort of changed it a little bit, and I resubmitted it to everybody. And I think it was about a year and a half into this endeavor, it dawned on me, this was not going to happen. This just was not. I was just going to have to surrender this. This was not going to happen. So not only hugely disappointing to face this, but also the shame that I felt of, spending so much time and pouring so much of my love into it and getting my kids involved in a project that ultimately failed, So I knew I was going to have to heal this. And so I was working with my spiritual coach, and I remember the day that I faced this, I was just crying my eyes out, and we were identifying what I was feeling, the disappointment and the shame and the regret and the feelings of being a failure and blame. I was like, blaming the universe. Come on, God, how could you give me an idea like this and then just, not support me in it, end it like this? So yeah, that had to heal, right? So it was a process a process. I'll share a little bit about it in a minute. But I had to let go. I had to surrender this. So I finally worked through it, and I put it all in a closet. I put all the pieces away, and I didn't think about it for about 7 years until we moved. And then I had to go through the closet like you do, right, with everything else. I saw it again, and I cried all over again. And I surrendered on an even deeper level, because I came to the realization that this was not my calling. There was something deeper calling me. And if this had happened the way I imagined it, I never would have finished my studies in seminary. I had just sort of gotten into the first year of seminary. I never would have finished it, never would have become a minister, never would have become the minister here, because the thing that I so desperately wanted, that I thought was it, didn't happen. I was able to graduate and be an ordained interfaith minister and become the co-minister here, and then finally go on the unity path and do that whole field licensing thing. Because of this, I reconnected with my purpose. I found my purpose. I found a deeper purpose. So that was it. That was the truth, the experience that I learned from that whole thing. And every now and then a picture would pop up on my computer. You know how it does. Randomly, you get a picture from your archives, like years ago, pops up. Occasionally, a picture that God just showed you, the kids holding these things would pop up, and I go, God, that was such a good idea. But I didn't have the same attachment. It wasn't the same, I wasn't so connected with it, so I let it go. And so it's been about 15 years now, and recently, I got a wild idea. And I think it came out of a conversation I had with Shannon, who is our youth ed director, who is really good at putting, I was trying to figure out a way to teach the 12 powers to kids. How can you teach these ideas that are really kind of grown up in a way that kids can understand it? And Shannon is brilliant at this, right? He's really good at taking these sophisticated concepts and putting them in language that kids can. We're just so blessed to have him. So that was what spurred me, and I was thinking about it. Excuse me, and then I thought, remember that idea that you had a long time ago for those animal characters? What about you turn them into animal totems that represent each of the 12 powers? Right? Yeah. So I thought, okay, let me do this. I had a contact with the Unity CEO, Jim Blake, who's really kind of generous with his time. He comes to a lot of the fall retreats, and I had an opportunity to have some conversations. So I thought, let me just put together a presentation. And I got an artist to draw some of these ideas. Fabulous, fabulous artist. Unfortunately, she was in Italy, didn't speak a word of English. I found her on Etsy. Google Translate is how we, communicated. And she was difficult to find. She would leave for the. So I finally got it took a while, finally got all 12 of these. I identified what animal would go with which power. I think we have a slide. These are some of the drawings. Are so sweet, I think. They're just so fun and whimsical, but, really kind of. So I got those drawings, and I put together a slide deck, a whole presentation, and I finally got an appointment, to pitch this idea with him. And we got on the Zoom call, and here he is and he brought the product development person in. And so they're both doing it together. Excuse me. And I did, he allowed me to do the full presentation. And at the end of it, he said, I love it. I love it. Your applause might be a little premature. It's not quite the full story. Anyway, he loved it. He said, we don't have anything for this age range. This has been totally lacking is products for, young people. So, we've been exploring ways this is perfect. He turns to the product development person and says, Angie, go do the research on how much it would cost to do this. Victoria will get back to you. So, 4 months later, I finally hear from Angie, who calls me and says, deep breath. Victoria, take a deep breath. We love the idea, but it costs too much to do. You'd have to order way too many of these things, and we just could never recoup the cost. So, sorry, but. Now, here's where the spiritual principles, the spiritual practice, and spiritual growth comes in. I did not crumble. I immediately pivoted and said, okay, well, can you just give me some time and think about how else to imagine this in a way that might be affordable to do? She said, fine, okay. So I spent like the next few weeks, and I actually worked with Juliet, this is my daughter, on some of these ideas, and we put together a whole presentation of it. So one of the ideas, well, what about you print it on a flat piece of cardboard, and it's perforated, and the kids punch it out, and then they put it together like on a stand and do a three-dimensional thing, Okay, what about a board game that features these 12 power animal characters? What about a children's book that features the characters? And, you have a boy and girl who are, go through this whole journey, and they have to find the animals and activate their powers in order to get through the challenge, right? What about affirmation cards for kids, in kid language? So I presented it. All were rejected except for one. Can you guess which one? They're all good, right? The affirmation cards. The affirmation cards for kids. We got a winner! Ding, 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 ding. 12 power affirmation cards. It's because they already do affirmation cards, it's easier for them to do this. So we've got this thing going now. And so I want to say it's been quite the process, because it was, I'm telling you, 8 months later. And once they said, okay, good, it was like 8 months later, because I had to find the artist, who I found out later went on maternity leave and didn't, we needed to get permission for her she had to write it off that we would use it in this way. It took a long time. And then Unity was going through this whole merger experience with the ministry and the headquarters, and that took all their focus for months. So, it took a long time, but we finally got the agreement. It's finally moving forward, and I want to share with you a little preview. You are the first to see it. A little preview. So don't tell anybody yet, but we've got the first one this is Owl, which is wisdom. So each of the power animals have 4 affirmations, right? Because there's different aspects to each of our powers. So there's 4. So and now it's a full deck, right? So let's see what one of the affirmations is. I use my power of wisdom to make good choices, right? Yeah. Oh, the kids, let's see the next one. I thought, okay, what animal would represent imagination? An octopus. Is there a more imaginative creature in the world? And then one of the affirmations, there's 4 of them. This is one. Picture my future with many good friends and having lots of fun. Right? So it's been quite the journey, but this is it. And, apparently it's being printed now. It's being printed now, and it's supposed to come out soon, but I know not to count on any kind of timing, right? That's one of the things I've learned. Let go of the timing. But I'll tell you, when it does come, our YFM kids will be the first to have them, let me tell you. And you're going to want to buy a set for all of the kids in your life, right? Yeah. Oh, God. So the lessons that I have learned, so many lessons. Excuse me, my throat is a little dry today. Let's bring up the card that has some of them. The first one, surrender. Surrendering my idea of what should be, the way I see it. Surrendering the ego, really letting go and listening to Spirit. Secondly is reconnecting with my true purpose. This is what revealed it. What greater good emerged because the thing I thought was it didn't happen. All right. Number 3, forgiveness. A lot of forgiveness work. Forgiveness of myself, forgiveness of the whole, toy industry, forgiveness of the universe, of God, right? I had to do all of this forgiveness work for patience. Now that seems to be a reoccurring lesson in my life. Anybody else? Oh my God. No, not you. Everything happens when you want it. Yeah. So how do I keep the vision and let go of the timing, right? Just connect in my heart with the vision, let go of the timing. And then finally, flexibility, right? Pivoting to a different way of imagining it. In other words, what else could be? How else can we do this? So now it's your turn. What idea or dream or something you're really excited about that you had your heart set on, and then it was rejected, or it just never came to be? How do you feel when you think about that? Is there any lingering pain, or shame, or feelings of failure, or, blame, or regret? Those things eat away at us. Right? And they can affect other areas of our lives. So it's worth our while to work on this. It's worth our while because, however we do it, whether it's journaling or it's breath work or it's body work or it's forgiveness work or it's working with a spiritual coach, however we do it, we choose to do it, it's individual for everybody, and it could be all those things. Our soul is calling us to healing. It's calling us to heal this. This is kind of, what the opportunity is for. Big opportunity to heal this part. Okay, let's go. Let's heal. We want to get to a healthy place of surrendering our ego, our idea of how it should be. And then, and only then, can we see a new possibility. Can we see a new way of envisioning it, a new way of realizing it? And most importantly, realizing a higher purpose. Allowing the experience, the whole experience, to reveal a higher purpose. That's what we want to do. So if I could have the greeters pass out the handout now. I've created a handout, for you that you can take home. We don't have time to work on it together, but you can take it home and work through it. There's some prompts there to help you identify and kind of work through it. And actually, I will be offering an entire class, workshop on this at our fall retreat in September at Lake Junaluska. So that's another, it's a Unity fall retreat. Lake Junaluska, yeah, go into that. It's another reason to sign up for that because it will be a good thing. Be a good thing to work on that. All right. So take this home, really carve out some time, carve out some quiet space to work through this. You know, allow your whole self to get into it and work through it. And in the meantime, let's say an affirmation together that would help anchor us in the healing of this. Just take a moment to look at that. So together, I release my attachment to how I think it should be and open to divine wisdom that reveals a higher possibility. When one door closes, my power of imagination helps me perceive new openings. And so it is. All right.
Yay, we have another dream song. This is the one about sort of the juice that is available when you have a dream and you want to do something. This is about that fuel that fuels you to go ahead and take those steps. Later, we're doing that one later. Later, I'm just preparing you. So you can think about that.
Well, we heard about the garden in Victoria's mind that was coming up with growing all these ideas, right? And then that affirmation spoke to that also. And this is a song about a garden and a dream and you and me and the grace that it takes to have that. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden where spirit blooms. There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have everything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, that garden is you. And in this place of light and love, you can have everything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, that garden is you. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, that garden is you.
beautiful, this whole thing, and what an inspiring message for all of us who have dreams. Yeah. So this is the time in our service where we say our vision and mission. And we do that in this order because right after this, we're going to give of our love energy in the form of the finances that support this vision and mission and send out love throughout the world. So let's say that now, our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. So, there's a lot of ways to give. Some of us are conscious sustainers. That's this green card. You can find them in your seat back. And then there's these techno ways of giving. And you can find out about that on the blue card. And then if you're just inspired, there's an envelope. Even if you're new and you're getting something out of this and it feels right, you can put some money in an envelope. Or you're a conscious sustainer and you've been a little abundant and you want to stick some more in. Anyway, there's so many ways to give. And so however it is that you choose to give, you can hold that symbol in one of the cards up to your heart and say the blessing that you will feel, that you see on the screen. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
The power of love is here now. The power of love is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of love is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
So we have our prayer partner here, Joy Bell, and we aim our hands toward all the representations of our abundance, knowing that in these gifts, the energy goes out into the world and comes back to us multiplied. So it is. Okay. So, let's see. We have welcoming our guests. We want to say hello. Is anybody here for the first time? And you haven't, have you received the packet? If you have, okay. Anybody else here for the first time who hasn't received the little packet? Welcome. We're so glad you're with us. And is anybody here for the second time? Second time, because we have, okay. Have you received the second time comer packet? If you wouldn't mind raising your hand, our greeters have a packet for you. It's really exciting when somebody comes back for the second time because something about here feels good enough to do that. Okay. And we also want to say thank you for our flower angel donation from our beloved Leah McCarn. And this donation is made in honor of my spiritual hero, she says, Dane Norboj, as we celebrate his 5th birthday and his graduation from pre-K. Dane, I am in awe of your strength, resilience, and courage as you navigate these days of heart-aching change and choppy waters. He's lost his dad. You inspire me every single day, just as your dad did before you. You move through life with remarkable determination, boundless curiosity, and a hopeful spirit that reminds us all of what it means to keep showing up with an open heart. When our heart is open, that love carries us through. Thank you for the joy, the giggles, and the endless questions you pepper me with each day. You have a way of turning ordinary moments into fascinating adventures. Congratulations on graduating from pre-K and for doing far more than simply getting through this past year. You embraced it with wonder, enthusiasm, I'm getting goosebumps, and a zest for discovery that has been a gift to witness. And our children do that for us. Here's to you, sweet boy. In so many ways, you are leading the way, and the rest of us will do our best to catch up. Thank you for your patience, your light, and the love you so freely share. I love you always. Oh, thank you for that. Announcements?
We do.
We do. And now, remember that juice I was talking about? That energy? Here we go. We're going to do it now. I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything.
a dream. I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future. Even if you fail, I believe in angels. Something good for everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the street. I have a dream. I'll cross the street. I have a dream. Woo!
Lovely, lovely. Thank you. All right, we have lots of wonderful things happening today after the service and this week. So I will share some highlights, but to know more, you have to go to our website, unitychapelhill.org, and get the whole details and to sign up for things. But I want to tell you first about our Unity Blooms fundraiser. Unity Blooms fundraiser. We have been so incredibly successful in this. We've raised, and I think the amount is $21,900. Isn't that amazing? Our goal is $25,000, so we're almost there. So what we've been able to do is get the first part of the driveway. We're using recycled asphalt to pave the driveway. That's happening the first week in July. Also the first week in July, we have a HVAC system for the preschool downstairs that they so needed. Your donations paid for that. I know, right? So our last little bit to go. And by the way, I want to tell you, we have a matching gift for this one. $1,000 matching gift, so dollar for dollar, your gift will double in this period. And we have until the end of July. July 28th, I think, is our, Oh, yeah, June. I'm sorry, June 28th. Yes, I'm a month ahead. June 28th. So it's just a couple more weeks. So if you've been waiting for the last minute, this is the time to do it. And we have 2 projects that are on our radar to fix. You know, we've had, like a lot of projects, this lovely building we've had for a while, and it just needs some TLC. So one of the things, and this is all about flow. This is traffic flow, because we've had these kitchen doors that swing in and out and get in everybody's way and hit people in the face. Not good. So we're getting a sliding barn door. That's our goal, right? Beautiful. That's the one we're going to do. We're going to finish it ourselves. And the other thing we didn't have the picture of for this is the drainage, because the drainage has been sort of leaking into our foundation. It's not a thing you want to do, is to have water in your foundation. So we're angling the drainage out, or however we do it. And I know that man in the back probably knows more about this than I do, but it will drain away from our foundation. So flowing out, flowing in. It's all about flow and flowing of the abundance that moves through us and helps support this. So please, if you've been waiting, really, today is the day. Here's a QR code. There's a sheet on the credentials in the foyer. You can fill that out or go to Debbie, who can help you get signed up to do that. And I just want to shout out to Ellen Coen, thank you so much for this beautiful, if you haven't seen it today, we've got pictures of this new thing, and you can see the thermometer, which is the daffodil stem, going almost all the way up to the top. And of course, Laura and Joe, who started this whole fundraiser. So thank you all. We're concluding this fundraiser with a strawberry shortcake celebration. So that will be on Sunday, June 28th. Please bring some strawberries, maybe some whipped cream, maybe a little shortcake. We'll put it all together and we'll have a strawberry shortcake festival. Just, ooh, that looks good. I want that now. Yeah, okay. All right, so Annie, would you come up and share about the fire ceremony and also you see this beautiful arrangement here that Leah gave. There's an opportunity for you to sign up to do that as well.
Hi. So in the order that she said, the fire ceremony, we're going to have a solstice fire next Saturday night that I'll be hosting out here in the Labyrinth. Couldn't think of the right word. Anyway, and it's a time for us to honor, it's the longest day of the year. And so it's a time for us to honor the gift of the sun that brings life to all of us and pulls us out of Mother Earth's womb every morning and helps us start our day and gives life to everything on this planet. So it's a way to come and be with the fire and give thanks to his little brother, the sun. And then this is the sign-up sheet for the Flower Angels. So we need somebody on June 28th, the day of that lovely strawberry shortcake. And I'm going to pass this around. And if you haven't donated, it's an opportunity to do a beautiful tribute like Leah did today to her grandson and to brighten our altar with living beings of the flowers. So I'll pass that out.
Yeah.
And then since there was a very obvious theme today of the speech that Reverend Victoria gave. For those of you that took the animal totem class that my colleague and I offered in the fall, we've been doing follow-ups every month, a Zoom call to support the feeding of your power animal. So if you know your power animal and if you'd like to be a part of that, you don't have to have taken the class, but following up on your theme, we're doing this once a month. It'll be this Thursday at 2 our time. And it's an opportunity for you to deepen and reconnect, if it's been a while, with your power animal and how that animal serves you in strengthening what you need strengthened in your life.
Is that via Zoom or in person? Via Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm at AnnieEgan@iCloud.com. You can write to me, and it's a sliding scale donation, so don't worry about the money part. But anyway, we'd love to have you if it's something that you'd like to deepen your relationship with.
How perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's great. Okay, the UCP Men's Circle is meeting next month. This is before the service at 10:20. No, sorry, at 9:15 to 10:20. Next Sunday, okay, June 21st from 9:15 to 10:20, and that's in the room 103. Do we have a theme for that? Do you know? No? Okay, but we're getting all the men are going to get together and share whatever. We don't know. All right, so the YFM, as I was talking about, and wonderful Shannon, who leads that, they have been working on, as I mentioned, the 12 powers. Every month they work on a new power, just kind of as we have, and they've created a physical representation of that, a piece of art that they've put together, and that will be unveiled. And is there a date on that? Yeah, that's a June 28th. That's a big day. Yeah, they've been working on something that is out here in the parking lot, and they're unveiling that. It's a way to demonstrate in a physical way their learning of the 12 powers. And we've also come up with this idea of having a movie night that, we're trying to think, how do we get more families? We have such a wonderful gift here. We want to share it with more people. So how can we sort of get the message out to other families? And this is an opportunity. We are showing the movie Flow. How many of you have seen that movie? If you haven't, it is so magical. It is so fabulous. So you want to come, even adults, please come and see that. And that's Friday night, July 17th at 6. We'll have some pizza first, and then the movie. Invite families with children that you know here for that. Okay. We have got a community art project that is starting on June 21st, and this, I mentioned this the last couple of weeks, an idea of, the power of imagination that we're working on to create a piece of art together in community. So I've recently got the piece of wood that we're going to be painting on, and if you're interested in participating in this, let me know, and when it's ready, we'll have to prime it, and then when it's ready, you can write your name on that section. Everybody take a section. The theme is peace. How do you envision peace? So anybody who wants to, and it can be paints, it can be collage, it can be words, it can your imagination. Just kind of go to town. So stay tuned for updates on that. And, okay, Unity Social Justice Play Shop. What does that mean? Pat, what does a Unity Social Justice Play Shop mean?
We're going to talk about that. And first, inspired by your message, I want to tell you about our team. Because we've been announcing this for like 4 Sundays, and it went out in their newsletter and their email. And as of Wednesday, nobody was signed up. And you told me that here at UCP, people sign up at the last minute.
Oh, yes.
So it's been an exercise in faith. And our hardworking and fun-loving team has held the faith because we've spent hours preparing for this and also ordering pizza this morning. That that we're in faith that people are going to sign up. And actually, I've talked to 4 or 5 people that are coming, including you. And before we talk about what it is, I want our wonderful team to stand up and be recognized. I'm going to call you one by one. So it's Mel Karen, Mike Lidsky. Now, Mike was going to go get there's Mike. Yeah. Mike Lidsky. And there is Mila O'Hare. Where's Mila? She may be coming later. And then there's Karen Rowe. Yay! And Susan Witt. Yay! So now, you want to know what it is, and you're coming too. I'm so glad I give you a big hug. So first
what are we doing?
We're going to feed you some pizza.
Yes.
And we have 3 big pizzas of 3 varying kinds for meat lovers or vegetarian people, and every crust is gluten-free. So there'll be everybody that's gluten-free. You don't have to not choose one you'd love. Okay? And then we're going to start with a game. And we're going to divide participants up into 2 different teams, and we're going to have questions. We've worked on questions of information that I got when I went up to the 3-day conference sponsored by Reverend Bishop Barbers at Yale Divinity School, the Division of Public Theology and Public Policy. And these are like facts that I probably wouldn't want to use in a message, but I want to share them all with you guys because they're really interesting. And we're going to do it in terms of a game.
Okay.
So that's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do, it's a 2-hour workshop after the pizza, so we'll be done at 3:30. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to have a sacred circle because people are feeling challenged in these times. And we want to hear how people are experiencing these times. And we also want to gather information. Do you know, I just wrote the grant, and I think we're going to get it to UWH. It's really good. I finally used AI, and I tell you, Claude is in love with me. And I with Claude. Anyway, so let's see. Where was it?
Okay, and then reflective listening.
Oh, wait a minute. Just okay. We've had 511 listeners in our broadcast so far, but we don't know if any of you are attending. And so we want no information, no judgment. We just want to know if this is meaningful or not, and if not, if we can make it more. We want that information.
Okay, good.
And the third part is, believe it or not, there are people with opposing opinions about all this right here in our community. And so we're going to have a demonstration of reflective listening with people with whom we don't agree. We're going to demonstrate it. We have a handout, and then people are going to divide up in pairs with team members sitting there to coach when necessary. You'll have a handout, and practice reflective listening. Okay. And so that's our workshop, and we're begging you to come. We've already got 4 or 5 people. Somebody said, oh, we're too crazy to come. Come crazy. Just come.
Come crazy. All right, thank you, Pat. I look forward to that. Okay, Sacred Cafe will be out on the back deck. If you're attending, oh, no.
We are thinking we're going to have it in here, just because it's going to be very hot outside. And we also thought that if we had it in here, then it would flow very easily and have people stay for.
Okay, but the pizza is for people who are committed to being here for the workshop. Well, maybe 2 different sections. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Stay tuned.
And we can use some people after service to help carry the heavy loads in from the car.
Right, okay. Deeper Dive, thank you, is in room 103 at the end of the hall. Frank Benzoni, thank you for facilitating that. And our 3-minute miracle, you've seen Joy Bell here, and she is our prayer partner for today. So if you got anything going on in here that you would like a trained prayer partner to help you see it from a higher possible perspective, that is the miracle, to see it from a different perspective, then please go see Joy. If you're online and you'd like to have somebody pray for you, just write an email at prayer@unitychapelhill.org. Put your phone number in there and somebody will call you back. All right, so I see kids back there. Let's sing them back.
I am the radiant light from God.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Big thanks to Kai for showing up. And big thanks to these 4 powerful children. Yes. Today, there's a lot of powerful imagination happening. Those that come next week, you'll see some of it. And then we did some more of that 12 Powers ladder creativity. So, a lot of creative energy upstairs. So it was exciting to watch. We're going to continue with our power of imagination, probably with our ladder and so on and so forth. And we need 1 more volunteer for August 2nd. I will find you. Okay, great. Well, no, I have you already down. Another one. So, and that's it. Thank you all.
Shannon, let's bless these children and the children everywhere with our UCP blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. All right, let's stand and take a hand, and we say our prayer of protection with I am statements. There we are. Let's take a nice deep breath together. And together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.